Alex. It's really nice to meet you. I'm glad you came in today.
Likewise, thanks for having me.
Yes. So I see here in my papers that you had the goal and you wanted to discuss a healthier diet and more exercise in your life. Can you tell me a little bit about what you've been struggling with?
Yeah, so I actually am going through a lot, especially this semester. My load is full, especially with class. Majoring in fashion merchandising, I have a minor in Spanish, and then I'm also getting a certificate in the Da Vinci Center as well. So with that mouthful, I'm kind of busy a lot, so I don't really have time to cook a lot of meals for myself. So I really find myself being, I guess, not super lenient with my diet, and so I'm kind of eating a lot more than I was. And so yeah, I kind of gained, unfortunately, close to 20 pounds this semester just based off bad eating habits and not making enough time to cook my healthy meals.
Okay. Well, that's very understandable. Going to college is such a huge change all around. So I just think just stay positive. It sounds like you're a very hard worker with everything that you have going on. But I do want to preface our conversation with saying weight gain is not fully 100% due to what you eat. I'm sure you already know, but I just wanted to make that clear. It is a large factor, but there's a lot of other things that do contribute.
Yeah, but when I was in high school, I competed in a lot of sports, both being a swim team and football. So, being with team workouts, about 5 to 6 days a week, was pretty, I'd say, active. And then so now, being so busy with school and everything being kind of virtual, I don't really make enough time to go to the gym. So I can't say that I've been the most active that I have been before.
Okay. What do you think your main boundary currently between you eating healthy and?
I would say my time, especially when I was in high school, my mom would make, and even my parents in general would cook really well balanced meals. And just so now I find I don't really have the time, going from class to class, to make, proper meals.
Okay. Would you mind elaborating a little bit more on what your day-to-day life looks like as a college student?
Yeah, so I usually wake up in the morning and then get some cereal or some kind of yogurt or oatmeal with me. And then I have class from 10 to 3 p.m. So I usually end up skipping lunch since I'll be continuously in class throughout the lunch hours, unfortunately. So then I just really kind of start snacking in between those. I usually have maybe a 10-minute break in between. So I'll go from grabbing maybe some chips to some crackers or some cookies or something. So then that kind of fill me up and fill up my stomach.
Yeah.
So that's really what I'm going for. But I know usually I take a nap because I'm super beat after my 3 p.m. class. So I'm super beat. It's usually around 4 o'clock. So I usually fall asleep and then I tend to wake up so about 5:30 or 6. So one of the main things too when I take a nap is I just wake up and I still have homework to do. So I feel like I'm not having enough time in the day. So I'm usually busy doing homework until about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then it's so late I don't even feel like cooking a meal. So I usually just end up going to a cheap, affordable spot on campus where I can get something affordable. For instance, I know Christian's not too far from where I live. You can get a $2 2 XL slices, pretty large slices that'll fill you up for only $2. So.
Oh wow. Okay. I see. It sounds like one of your main problems that you're having right now is some trouble with meal planning, just your schedule all around when you're gonna work out.
Absolutely.
One thing I could say that you could begin implementing is the use of a planner. You could write down what time you have class, what time you're gonna do your school work in general, what time you're gonna eat, and what you want to cook for the week.
Yeah, I purchased a planner before, and it's just collecting dust in my closet, so I wouldn't say that I use it very often.
Okay, well, thank you for being honest with me, because that is huge for us to actually make progress. So I know that a planner doesn't work for you. That's okay. It's very understandable. There's other things we can do though, for sure. Another great thing is meal prepping.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, okay. So meal prepping is where the least busy day of your week, maybe Sunday is normally when I do it. You'll go to the grocery store and you could pick up all your groceries for the week, and then when you get back, you'll cook all your meals for the week so that throughout the week, all your meals are ready for you.
Would you say that's pretty affordable? Because that sounds pretty enticing.
Yes, So there's definitely really affordable routes you can go, especially when you're first starting out. One go-to meal I always do, you could get chicken breast, really cheap at the store. You could get a whole pack for the week, $6. And then you could cook the chicken breast however you want, season it, bake it, saute it. And then I like to grab a vegetable to go with it, and then I like to have a grain. So I'll either do rice, couscous, or quinoa on the side. So it's a very healthy meal, very balanced meal, and then also very affordable because, like I said, chicken about around $6, and then you could get a vegetable, like, I don't know if you like asparagus or green beans, but you could get those for like $3 to $4 a whole pack. And then you can get your couscous, and rice is so cheap for a bag of white rice. So I would say it's definitely a very affordable route for you to go.
Yeah, it definitely sounds pretty attainable. It seems like an easy stepping stone to kind of get my foot in the door and start, I guess, eating healthier.
Yeah. And then another thing I would say for your working out, I know you were saying you're transitioning from high school. You used to practice 6 days a week, and now you're in college and it's just kind of nothing. But you could also use the calendars that go on your wall. They're like a whiteboard. I know it's similar to a planner, but it's something that you see every day and it's easy to write on. So you could write out times that you want to go to the gym or target days of the week that you could go.
Yeah, it definitely sounds possible, and definitely sounds like it'd be easier, especially like because the planner, it's kind of a pain to make time to write in it and set aside time during the week when if it's just something that's on my wall that, like you said, I can see it every day, and it's not really in the way, I can make time to definitely, make room. Rather than taking that, maybe going to work out probably help me more.
Yeah, and honestly, working out helps you with your energy. It helps you stay balanced all around, so it could help with being tired and everything. I did mean to ask you, what do you normally do for your lunches?
Like I said, I usually skip lunch, so.
Just the snacking? You can also do meal prepping for lunch. The way I do my lunch meal prep, I look at it a little bit differently. So I like to have sandwiches for lunch, but if you meal prep a sandwich, it could get kind of soggy if you put mayonnaise or any type of condiments on it. So what I like to do is you could get a pack of lunch meat and then all the veggies you like to go on it, and you could cut all the vegetables and put them in different Tupperware in the fridge. So the day when you go to have your sandwich, you don't have to get out a cutting board and wash the knife, wash the cutting board, make a mess in your kitchen. You just go, grab the bread, put the veggies on the sandwich, and then you're ready to go.
Yeah, that sounds definitely like it would work. I just have to, make time. Get stuff kind of being lazy, so we'll see.
Yeah. Or you could always meal prep a hot lunch too, like you're having for dinner. Chicken or anything. You could switch it up, do ground beef taco bowls or anything like that. And then another tip I would say, don't be too hard on yourself with what you eat. Make sure you give yourself like rewards. Like you can go get that $2 pizza every once in a while. It's just when it gets to being every day you're eating the same $2 pizza that it gets crazy.
No, it definitely works. I think, if the meal prepping ends up working out, I find myself, getting in a groove. I definitely feel like, maybe implementing a cheat day or something like that would help me out. So
yes.
That would work.
So before you go, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable do you feel with going forward and trying the new things we talked about today, the meal prepping, lunch prepping, and then a workout schedule?
Probably pretty confident. It seems like you made it sound like it's attainable. The goals are easy to set, especially in moderation. So I would say pretty high, like about a 7 or an 8.
Okay, that's great. And I just want to say I really appreciated talking to you today, and you seem like a really good self-starter. I think you can do really well going forward. I look forward to our next meeting though. If you have any problems or if you feel like something's not working out, just write it down if you forget or type it in your notes in your phone. We'll talk about it when you come back, but I think you're ready. I think you're good.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Nice meeting you.
Likewise.